Because Girl World is thousands and thousands and thousands of people against two. Me and Chantal.
I think you should rename Gore World Chantalverse, because who else is in Gore World? Like, does anyone even still talk about Amberlynn?
Good evening.
Even though I don't like Amberlynn. No, actually, I can't stand Amberlynn.
Hi everybody. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Amber Reid's new, amazing, fantastic live stream, as well as her Instagram stories, as well as Foodie Beauty is back in Canada and admitting to us that she lied and taking off her hijab and telling us that her husband pressured her into pretty much her faith. Oh, and by the way, she's going to be herself now, she says. What a big surprise. What a stunning turn of events. I think we need to take a moment of silence for the stunning turn of events. The moment is over. It never happened.
That's not lying. That's changing my mind.
That was clear that you were lying, Chantal. So she's back in Canada and she's back to what she says, being herself, right? So you lied for months. Did I not tell you that her whole ruse of being a religious, pious person was all smoke and mirrors? And she got a new cat. We're going to talk about that. As far as Amber, so Amberlynn Reid tells us that she doesn't use filters. Wonderful. All right. So if you could not tell already from this ridiculous intro, everything I'm saying just for entertainment purposes only. Please don't take anything I say seriously. I'm sharing opinions, not facts. On publicly accessible information, first made public by public figures. Please don't go to these people's channels and leave them mean comments. So before we start talking about Amber's amazing live stream, I just wanted to say something. The whole reason that I included those clips in the beginning of Amber versus what she believes Girl World is about and what Foodie Beauty had to say about her and what Foodie Beauty thinks that Girl World is about is not to spite Amber in any way. It doesn't matter to me. The reality of the situation is Amber will talk about in this live stream, and she's been talking about it for a while now, and we'll talk about it again later, don't worry. But basically, her whole point is that Girl World is just her and Chantal against the mean people. Guess what? She's against you. And I know that it's difficult to hear that, but the reason that Amber is ignoring that is because Amber will take back anyone that has wronged her, anyone that has done outrageous things to her, as evidenced by her relationship with Alexis and Tommy. The fact that she is still friendly with Alexis and texts her when Alexis exposed her on the internet, her frenemy, whoever she is, says everything I need to know about Amber. But deeper than that, her relationship with Tommy speaks volumes. Right now, if Tommy wanted to get back together, Amber would. Oh, I saw the best in her. No, you didn't. You're desperate. This whole live stream is desperate, okay? This behavior is desperate. Amber, I know that Chantal has told you now, and this is the manipulative response from, Amberlynn Reid that's going to happen one of these days. Basically, Amber's whole point is that, yes, her and Chantal had a fight. But don't worry because, they're still friends and they're back together as friends and they support each other and all that. Chantal has gone on record saying she doesn't even support who you love. Chantal has extensively said that she does not care for you.
Oh yeah, thank you, Amberlynn. Another fake.
There are so many clips, there are so many videos, okay, where Amber betrayed Chantal in the worst possible way. And Chantal said, I've always believed that this is why, I see why people are saying that, she's a deceiver, she's this, she's that. Bottom line is, Chantal is, in my opinion, but I'm 100 on it, pretending that she is currently Amber's friend because it's just easier to have an ally in the community. It's that simple. And Amber, even if Amber deep down inside knows the truth, she will continue to lie, girl, you a lie, and say, well, it's us against everybody. It's no one against anyone. This is just a job. And the thing is that the amount of money, Amber, that you have made lying on the internet, serious question to Amber Reid. Do you really truly believe that Foodie Beauty has your best interest at heart? Just see how differently she views Girl World. And I don't want to hear this, and I will not entertain this. Oh my God, this was a long time ago. She still feels the same way about you. You're just a means to an end. It's easier to have an ally in Girl World. Here's what Girl World is really about. You ready? It's about money. It's about cash, okay? Chantal used to make $20,000 a month. Amber makes fantastic money. And then what are you going to do, Amber? Cry all the way to the bank? Oh my God, people are criticizing my public statements on the internet. Yeah, that's what being a public figure is all about. Let's talk about my favorite YouTuber's new live stream that she did on Halloween. So there were like rumors going around that Amber wore a costume, but I personally did not see one. So I'm a little bit confused. Maybe somebody in the comment section could let me know what her costume was, because I just thought that Amber was like everyday Amber. But since she is such a magnanimous, fantastic, wonderful, terrific person, and since we just all love her so much and she is like the best person ever, I'm just like a little bit confused why people were saying that she was wearing a costume, but I digress. So she did 2 little mini live streams, a whopping 33 minutes. But before that, girls, it was so exciting. So what Amberlynn Reid did is she came online. Somebody told her that her outfit was fitting. And the thing is, they meant that she didn't need a costume. But what she said is that, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about pretty much, because I always do this filter on my Instagram. So people were saying just to like wear my own filter, but that's a manipulation tactic. She knew exactly what people meant when they said that she didn't need a costume, or that the, outfit was fitting. Like, she knows what people mean, but she wants to manipulate the situation. Watch out for that later in the whopping 33 minutes that she gave her audience. She can no longer make an hour live stream unless somebody's exposing her on the internet. It's a wonderful time to be alive, girls. This is called defrauding. You are guilty of defrauding your customers, aka your members. She talks about that. She talks about how she feels bad for her members because, the memberships that she has, the people that pay for her content, her live streams. She says that she just does them randomly and never gives people a warning, and people are out living their lives or working, and so they can't always watch. Amber, if you admit that most of your audience cannot even watch your live streams because you don't have enough respect to tell them when you're planning on going live, like for example, hey, I'm going live in 30 minutes or I'm going live in an hour. It would be great if you could have like a set schedule, but the point is, since you don't, you can show a little bit of respect to the people that pay your electricity bill, okay, and allow you to sit at home all day and troll the internet, right? You could have a little bit of respect for these people, and you could be like, you know what? I'm gonna let them know in advance. But no, you don't. She also said that she got 181 new members in 30 days. That's probably because of all the drama with her and Tommy and her aunt, Rinse Lather. Here we are. So then back to the first live stream that she did. It was just a few minutes. So she was like pretending that she didn't know what people were talking about how she was like, doing a filter costume. Guess what happened about her whole costume drama? Absolutely nothing. Because since she's a YouTuber for over a decade and she really knows how to do this, her volume went off and she was mute. Yep, she was muted, so she had to restart a new live stream. What an amazing time to be alive, girls. I feel like a girl of 2021 again. My point is, after 10 years, do you think maybe you can figure out how to live stream? Listen, we all make mistakes and we all have technical difficulties. That can sometimes happen, but you fix them. You see how, like, if I had a technical difficulty and I messed up, I fixed it. I don't have it anymore. The point is, how do you continuously become mute while you're streaming all the time? And by the way, I know what her manipulation tactics would say. She would say, oh, when I get a phone call, when I have a reminder, like when I have a reminder on my phone, then it goes mute. Then designate one of your many phones, okay, to live streaming alone. She has numerous phones. Why not designate one to it? Okay, I'm sure you're excited to hear what else happened in this video that she posted. It was great. It was 33 minutes. I almost fell asleep. Okay, so then somebody says in the live stream, they say, what's new? And she says, a lot. But doesn't ever explain what's going on. She says that she has a bunch of things going on, and the things that she has going on, and this is like quoting her, the Amberlynn from 2016 would totally talk about it, but the Amberlynn from 2025 and 2026, nope, she's not going to talk about it. Amber, sweetheart, when the money is right and the mood is right and December comes, you're going to be exposed and you are going to talk about it. So, one of the things that her audience really find like a little bit, like just a tiny bit insufferable. Even though, like, Amberlynn Reid is the most popular YouTuber in all the land. She is the most popular girl in school, right? She's very popular. Everybody loves her. You continuously, bait them with like a little carrot, like you dangle a carrot in front of them. You're like, oh, I have all these things that are going on, but I'm not going to tell you, oh, I got all this tea, but I can't spill it right now. I can't, like, Amber, please. Okay. When people expose you, you're going to come on here crying, rinse, lather, repeat, whatever. So then she says to somebody, I am a responsible pet owner. Thank you very much. You are so smug. Literally, why are you so smug? You got rid of 2 cats. 2 cats ran away on your watch, correct? And Gracie wasn't even your cat. If you let Twinkie's nails be so long, even now, to the point where, in my opinion, Twinkie, your elderly dog, is uncomfortable, and you're like, well, we're going to the groomers tomorrow. You are letting her nails overgrow. And for what? What else do you have to do? Go take an Uber there. Stop waiting for mommy. You lost Rarity multiple times. She is no longer with us, in my opinion, because you literally, I'm going to say it in every video, we're never going to forget Gracie, and we're never going to forget Rarity, okay? You literally went to meet a stranger from the internet in Wisconsin, lost, supposedly, and that's me being, Amber, that's me being so kind to you by saying that you lost her and not what everybody else says, okay? Lost your cat, suspiciously got to stay longer with the girl, Tommy, that you wanted to stay longer with, and you are a responsible pet owner. You barely take Twinkie out. You have a bunch of pads around your house. You've been exposed. Yeah, you're a responsible pet owner. You know what a responsible pet owner would do? Realize that you can no longer take care of your pets and rehome them. So then she unfortunately tells us that she has this really good idea, and she keeps reiterating that it's such a good idea. And I'm just sitting here like, please, please stop this. So she basically is trying to say that she's thinking about going live every single day in November. That's just because you're not going to have enough money for December. Goal. And then she's like, well, it could be 15 minutes. It could be 10 minutes. It could be 30 minutes. I could come on here. And I'm just like, you mean you're going to be putting in the lowest amount of effort? Wonderful. Well, sorry. Okay. Some of us got lives. So every day in November, let's see if this happens. Okay. So she then says, girl world is all about doxing. You should know, Pookie Lynn Reid. How many people have you doxed? You doxed your ex, Valentine. You doxed your urologist office. You have doxed so many other people. Amber, you used to put people's children in videos. You used to tell private personal details of Destiny's mom's life. You should talk. And by the way, reaction channels do not dox anyone. And just in general, you are the doxer. She always tries to put herself and Chantal like they're these two, damsels in distress. Get over it, Amber. Nobody believes you, okay? This is no different than if the media talks about Kylie Jenner and Kim. She then again lies and says that she hasn't blocked anyone on her channel. She had me blocked for years. I don't really care. I really hope that she continues to block me, but I'm just trying to say that you're lying, that you don't have anybody blocked. She then says one thing that I agree with. She says that if you're going out for Halloween or if you're staying in, live your best life. I do agree with this. I think that there's a very outrageous amount of pressure, but just in general, there's pressure on everybody to go out for all these holidays and celebrations. Go enjoy your rent. Okay, go enjoy the mortgage because that's the most amount of money that you're spending. So go and enjoy it. Sit there and have a good time. What I'm trying to say is there's nothing wrong with not going out for these holidays. Don't let people make you feel bad for wanting to enjoy your rent. Or just, what about if you want to sit in your house? Just go and sit in your house, okay? Don't let other people make you feel bad and make you think that they know what fun is, okay? A bunch of Kermits. She gets asked if she has a new girlfriend, and she says, no, she doesn't. I don't believe anything you say. You're probably still talking to Tommy. Then somebody asks her, is this what you really want in your life? And she says, which part? She knows exactly what they're trying to say, that what she's doing on the internet is not serving her higher good, it's not making her any better. And she wants to manipulate the situation by asking questions that she never even gets answers to or answers herself. Amber, you know exactly what they meant. More manipulation. Okay. So then she says she tries to be transparent within boundaries. Translation, she lies a lot. She then says that she's obsessed with her Halloween makeup look. It looks so cute. And as she got older, she's better at makeup. Yes, my favorite Lynn is narcissistic Lynn. She does this all the time. You know, it's my favorite part of all her live stream. She talks about how gorgeous, beautiful, fantastic she is. And it's definitely true. So she says that she won first place because her mommy made her a Halloween costume and it was in the newspaper when she was a kid, and definitely her mother can vouch for this. She always does this. She always thinks that we are going to take her mother's word for something. We don't care about your mom, okay? We don't care what your mom has to say. You can just ask her to lie for you. And then somebody starts trolling her, and I don't even think that she realizes that they started trolling her by asking her how many costume contests she has won. The thing is, Amber told us that she choreographed basically. I love the choreographed. Has the same vibe as invaluable, where she said she didn't know the meaning of the word invaluable, right? Okay. So basically, she said that she choreographed a lot of dances and she won first place in all of her dance competitions, which is clearly a blatant lie. Somebody came out from that time when they knew her and said it was a lie. Never mind if they never even came out, it was a blatant lie. So the reason that I say that she was being trolled is because people think that she's now going to say that she started winning many different Halloween costumes, contests. Always the bridesmaid. As she ends it by this very classy moment by saying, you know what? Whenever I cry, people think it's fake. That's because no tears come out, Pookie Lynn Reid. That's it. That's your recap. Wow, you sure missed a lot if you didn't watch it. Let's talk about Amber's Insta story. So I will be talking so much about this in this video, but basically my favorite Lynn is Narcissist Lynn, that other stuff, right? So she's basically putting the lyrics of a song. I think it's from Justin Bieber. I'm so glad you love Justin Bieber, Ambi. So basically, she puts the following lyrics on her Instagram story with a non-filtered picture. I could help you get a move on like a U-Haul. So this is about moving in with her new girlfriend or Tommy or whatever. You know what that means. Give me the password. Yes, Amber, I know you want the password to everybody's phones to see that they're all on different websites talking about you, well, like all your other girlfriends. Okay, I could help you, really, Pookie Lynn Reid. Okay, so basically, here's the thing. In this situation, is she talking to a new girl and that's why she put those lyrics on that she wants to move in with somebody like, U-Haul, renting a U-Haul? She's a U-Haul type of girl. Or is she still talking about, she's still pining away, just still obsessed with Tommy? If Tommy right now said that these two should move in together and Amber, come back to me. I still love you, my girl. Soft, gentle love. It wasn't. I think that it's about Tommy or it's about a new girl. I don't care. She'll always talk to Tommy. She'll always obsess about Tommy until she gets a new girl, which will happen quarter to never. You're obsessed with Tommy. You're still interested in Tommy, and your new girls, I don't care about. So basically, Amber always wants to move in with people right away and she wants to take over their lives. That's why she decided to pick these lyrics. Look, she could take any Justin Bieber song. She could take any song and put any lyrics. All right, so it's very important to note something here. In my personal opinion, the reason that she's using these lyrics out of that song is because she relates to it. Why would somebody put certain lyrics of a certain song on their story? Because they relate to it. So the point is she relates to, oh, I could be great for you. I could help you. Give me the password and whatever. And, I want to take over your life and move in. She moved in with Beck where she took over Beck's life. She moved in with her other exes. She got wifey to move in with her. She tried to take over Tommy's life. That didn't work. So she just wants to move in with anyone she could. Wonderful. Happy Halloween. Oh, wait, that was the day before. Never mind. Clearly, Amber Reid is using filters, and I don't think there's anything wrong with her using these filters. I do, however, think there's something very unusual about coming on the internet and continuously saying that she does not use filters. On her Snapchat, she says she doesn't use filters about her videos or whatever. And she says it in her videos as well in her live stream. She just said it in a live stream that she doesn't use filters when you are clearly filtered out. The thing is this. To me, for a long time, I couldn't understand why she would lie about basic stuff that was very evident that it was a lie, that it could be proven that it was a lie right away. But I think after looking at the situation, pathological deceivers, small things seem bigger to them. Like for us, it's just a filter. Admit you use them and move on, right? But to her, the smaller lies seem very important. And that's why she's doing this. Also, she has this manipulation tactic that she uses. She'll say, I don't use filters in my videos. She clearly does. She obviously does, because what you are presenting on the internet is a falsehood, which is your choice. I'm not coming for her for that. If she feels the fact that she needs to present like, a falsehood to the audience, great, enjoy yourself. Why continuously lie about it? When people bump into you in the streets or whatever, very different than you do on Instagram and Snapchat, and yes, in your videos. So the manipulation tactic that she uses is she says this, well, I use filters on Instagram and on Snapchat, but not in my videos. But you do use filters in your videos. Very different than anything else. So you want to present a falsehood to your audience. This is your whole brand. Go ahead. Why lie about it? Because the reason that she's lying about it is because it seems like a big deal to her. Okay. The amazing thing is to me about pathological deceivers is that you will be found out in about 2 minutes by your own doing. That's what I never understood. She shows you that she's lying, but she's okay with it as long as she got the thrill of duper's delight to lie about it to you. She gets a thrill out of deceiving her audience. It's fantastic. Pookie, never change. I just want to make this really, really, really clear. For me, it's not that she's using filters. It's actually never what she chooses to lie about. It's that she's choosing to lie about it. Like, it's totally fine if you want to use filters. Why lie about it? It's okay. A lot of people use filters. I would say that society and social media is very driven to do so. My personal opinion is she will never stop lying because there's no consequences. She continues to lie. She continues to get a paycheck from YouTube. If just once she would be caught out there and the paychecks would stop, she would stop. I have to tell you something. I've said this before. It bears repeating. This is a repeating channel. So when I used to make videos for years, I've been making videos for a long time. People used to get canceled for nothing. Like, in my opinion, for like not anything close to what Amber Reid has done. And the stuff that she does, the reason that it works with her audience is because they're used to villain behavior. So this is not a big thing that she's doing, pretending that, I want to make that clear. It's not a big deal that she's pretending that she doesn't use filters, but she does use them. But it's in a pattern of lies that she tells. She tells lies about the bigger things, like she pretended she was dating 2 different women when she was dating wifey. She was dating one. She lies about her medical, record. She lies about health. She lies about other people. She lies about her partners. The point is, if you really believe that you writing in a journal is proof of something, you got to really rethink the whole situation. Her lies, insignificant. The desire to lie is interesting. Moving on to Foodie Beauty, she is back in Canada. She's showing her hair, and she is the happiest that I have seen her ever since the last time she was in Canada. She is only happy, super, super, super happy in Canada. Was never happy where she lived before. So she took off her hijab. And the main thing I want to say to you is Foodie Beauty never converted. She was pretending. Foodie Beauty never converted. She was pretending. Let's go for trilogy. Foodie Beauty never converted, and she was pretending. I would have had respect for the idea of converting. But the thing is, she was pretending, okay? So just ask yourself this one question. All the times that I told you that it's all smoke and mirrors and she's pretending to be religious and all that, the reason that I knew it was because I could just feel it, and it was obvious she wasn't acting like a religious, pious person. No one is perfect, but she's definitely pretending. Ask yourself this other question. If she had genuinely converted to her ex-husband's religion, don't you think that she would have still kept her newfound religion? Why would she obviously no longer be a religious person? Whatever she says is a lie, girl, you a lie. It's obvious she would have still kept the hijab, okay? So she says that she got a divorce, that her husband, and there was his family members around, and he brought her the divorce papers, and she's like, oh, were you guys trying to get me divorced? Yeah, he was just never that into you. How many times do I have to say that every single thing I've ever said about this woman has come true? because this isn't even this isn't even like magic getting involved. I love it when magic gets involved. Get your own channel, magic. This is common sense. The woman was pretending. I had said this before. If she had met a man of a different faith, she would have pretended to be of that faith. She would have done anything she could to get married. Let's just say it for what it is, honey. You couldn't have gotten married in Canada. I think if you waited, you could have gotten a boyfriend. So basically, that's why you went over there to marry the first guy that would marry you. And you did it to stick it to somebody you were not even in a relationship with. Wonderful time to be alive. Basically, every single thing I've ever thought about her, she's proven to be true. The other day, I had used a clip of her, and it was like, I think like a second of her, like when she was still living with Pete's. And somebody said, how could you do this? She is, like converted. And I'm like thinking to myself, listen, I have all the utmost of respect for people who convert. But she was pretending. I mean, I don't know how much more proof you need that she was pretending. If this was really important to you, if your new faith was really important to you, you would still, be celebrating your faith. Come on, okay? She's out here celebrating Halloween and she's getting a Nashville chicken sandwich. That was her first stop. So Pete's also said that he is probably going to move in with her. That is the worst possible thing you could do, Pete's, her long-suffering bestie. She's only your friend when she's single. When she meets a new guy, she's going to dump you like she did before. Let's talk about what she talked about in this 3-minute. Oh, I'm sorry, that's my wishful thinking. 3-hour stream. She got really, really, really upset at her husband. I love saying that, at her fake husband, for serving her with divorce papers. And he said to her, well, you don't want to get divorced? I thought we talked about this. And she said, well, take me to the airport right now. Take me to the airport. I'm cutie. Did y'all know that Foodie Beauty's aunt coined the amazing term cutie? So she basically says that she was upset. She wanted to be taken to the airport right away because he was already serving her with divorce papers. I don't understand what she's talking about, all right? The end of the day, the marriage was never real. But the point is, it was not real. So he hands her these papers. Who cares? And she's like, she's trying to say, all right, and she said this before, that they were gonna try to stay like married to each other, even though, he could really remarry. And Chantal, that's why he wanted to get whatever kind of a divorce from you, because he wants to remarry. He's not that into you. He never was. He cheated. He wants a wife. So she says, Salah will only stay married to somebody who wears a hijab, and that's not me. I gotta be myself. That's not me. How much more proof do you need that she was lying the whole time, pretending the whole time? Where is your newfound faith? You don't have it. You're out there celebrating Halloween. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with any faith. The problem here is that she was pretending the entire time and saying, I'm pious, I'm this, I'm that. You're something, all right. As far as her religion, she believes in God, and at the same time says that she's agnostic. If you believe any of that, I have a very large Bridget garments to sell you. She is lying. She's like, oh, I could still have nails. I gotta be myself. The point that she's saying is, she wants to be who she really is, not who she was pretending to be in Kuwait and in Syria. And she's like, oh, like me and Salah, me and my husband, we were crying so badly because we were getting divorced. The divorce was the worst thing I've ever done. It was so terrible. I was so filled with rage. He told me he was going to do it, but I couldn't believe it. Listen, if you believe that that man was crying because he was getting divorced from Chantal, then again, you need a very large Bridget Karmitz. Everything she says is a lie. She's like sitting here like, oh yeah, I went to the buffet 4 times. Oh, did you mean buffet? Because Amberlynn Reid will let you know what invaluable really means. I mean, honestly, Chantal, why don't you just quit while you're ahead? Now, I know that our audience is very excited. The people that actually enjoy, criticizing her, that's her audience. Because she's finally in Canada, and I've said this before, and it bears repeating. She's very vulnerable in Canada. She is. She has no more protection of this fake husband, and she's just going to be herself. And I try to tell you for years, and a lot of people said this, not just me. She was always pretending. She always wanted to do what she wanted to do, and she was pretending to have this faith in her life. And she even says why. She says that the reason that she pretty much, converted and all this other stuff, well, fake converted, is because her husband was pressuring her. And if you remember, if you are an avid watcher of Foodie, you know that at the time she said that he didn't pressure her at all. Another lie. Okay, so the best part of her live stream is that she tells us that she got a rebound cat, that she misses Julia, her other cat that she abandoned, and that she already got the cat. She literally is, Amberlynn Reid would say, says this. This is what Chantal says. Well, I couldn't come to an apartment without a cat. Chantal, what does that mean? Do you know how many people do not have cats or pets? Here's the thing. She then says, you don't have to worry about it because I'm not going to leave Canada anymore. First of all, what you have demonstrated to us, and just a little bit of things that I've talked about in this video, show that you are a pathological deceiver, like your friend Amberlynn Reid. You have lied every step of the way about everything. You lied about your marriage. You lied about him pressuring you to wear a hijab. You lied about converting. You lied about your religion. You lied about your faith. You lied about who you really were. And you continuously lie about everything. So obviously you're lying now, okay? The best predictor of a past Kermit is a future Kermit, but whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. The point of the story is this. This woman thinks that we're worried that she got a cat because, we're worried she's going to leave and abandon her cat. She's going to treat the cat badly and abandon the cat anyways. Here's a list of all the cats she abandoned. BBJ, Sam, Aries. For those of you that don't know, Foodie Beauty used to have a very little known cat named Aries, who she adopted for a little bit and gave away. Then Julia, then the other cat that she adopted in Canada when she went back to Canada prematurely, and then she gave that cat away. So we're already on 5 separate cats. Aries, the Canada cat, Sam, BBJ, and Julia. She just abandoned Julia. Everywhere she goes, even if it's for an indeterminate amount of time, the person gets a cat and then dumps them. So this cat, whether you stay in Canada or not, you're not going to be able to take care of this cat. That's one of the reasons that she wants Pete to move in. Oh, Pete, go get my food. My delivery's here. Oh, Pete, go get the mail. The mail is here. Oh, Pete, go do this with the cat. That's what she is doing this for. And the thing is that cats are living beings. You've already abandoned 5. And what I don't understand is, look, I get it that sometimes people are lonely and they want to get a pet for that reason. I can understand that. She's going to live with Pete. He already said he's probably going to move in on one of his live streams that I saw. So what I don't understand is, why do you continue to involve innocent cats in this? Honestly, what could possibly go wrong with Chantal Foodie Beauty adopting a 6th cat that she's gonna abandon? You should not be near animals. You should not be able to adopt animals and immediately dump them. All right, so we're going to end here. Thank you all so very much for watching today. I really, really, really appreciate you being here and you watching, spending some time with me. If you enjoyed today's video, please check out this other video that's popping up here on a similar topic. Really appreciate you being here. Let me know your thoughts and comments in the comments down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.